I was going to have to agree on school uniforms, but to be honest, I'm against them. It's not like they help schools nor kids with their creativity. Even if we had school uniforms in all schools, would it matter? Like, seriously, what difference would a color of fabric that you wear make? Since I don't have to do a debate anymore, nor do I agree with anything on this topic, here it is. Being one of the most controversial topics today for some reason, most of these parents probably haven't even seen the cost of some of these uniforms. The average cost for a school uniform, including 2 pairs, is close to $150 US. It's, let me just check what that is in Canadian. Yeah, it's about $205 Canadian. So, start saving. I was going to have to agree on school uniforms, but to be honest, I'm against them. It's not like they help schools nor kids with their creativity. Now, the biggest reason why school uniforms should be mandatory is school gangs. Gang wars arise all the time, apparently. Personally, I've never seen a gang war. Fights, but not because of gangs. Maybe it arises more in the US than here. You know, Canada's a small place. Now, I don't think these uniforms should be allowed because 2 schools that happen to be near each other will automatically notice the others by their shirt or pants that the school makes them wear. This is how real gang wars start, and kids shouldn't be automatically inside of a school gang because they wear the same clothes as the gang. Basically, what I'm saying is if you take a school gang that must wear these kinds of clothes and another school that must wear these kinds of clothes, basically, one's going to see everybody in that school as a threat, because if the school's gangs are fighting, it's gonna be bad. It also happens to restrict the ability of kids to freely choose what to wear. It's a common part of growing up, and I think that kids should have a saying. Not ignorant parents and teachers who don't have to wear the school uniforms in the first place, because they are voting for something that doesn't concern them. But why would these parents care, though? They want their kids to look sharp, and I respect that. But these kids should have an opinion, and that's how maturity starts. I'm not saying that school uniforms are the worst idea. In general, they are just a really strict dress code. But the problem is that kids don't have a choice. And the biggest problem is that all these parents want every single school to have them. It doesn't make sense, nor is it fair. It's like extreme feminism. I'm sorry if that last recording felt rushed. That was my 13th time recording it. I'm terrible at reading off of a page. Feminism is a highly controversial topic, and if I want to keep my arms, I'll stay away from it, but I can compare the two both, and can be very simple. Feminism is a simple project that women started to get equal rights. Now, feminism has turned into a joke on the internet due to ignorant and unintelligent people. School uniforms is not the same state as it, but people will protect their opinions and what to stand for. People are making too big of a fuss over what kids, who maybe even aren't their school uniforms. They could not even have kids and they want this to happen. It doesn't make sense. The best argument that these neat freak parents is that they think they know what's best for their child and what goes on inside of their head is that of gang violence, which I have previously talked about. Though that they think it happens often, I'm pretty lucky to be in a school where it doesn't, and millions of others can say the same. Gang violence is extremely rare. According to the Seattle PI, 45% of kids have reported gangs in their school. That's just noticing or suspecting that they have a gang. That's extremely minor. Also, kids should start fights with other schools with uniforms, and that's the conflict that started. Anybody wearing a uniform could be injured even if they're not in a gang, all because of a uniform. I rest my case.